Welcome to this week's Top 5 for the week of June 11th, 2015. And the first one is Zeke Williams at Cluley Gallery. Look, I chose this because I think it's an interesting development in this.
Thomas Williams, what is this Zeke crap? I mean, do I have to call him Zeke?
Thomas Williams, who's been on the scene in Dallas off and on for years, and has always been kind of a dilettante. About 2 years ago, he reached a certain age and then just said, fuck it, I'm going to really make some art now. I'm going to get in the studio, I'm going to double down on this whole idea about being an artist. I think he wanted to make work that would attract gallerists and get him a show, and he did. In a way, it's sort of just a kudos to his, I don't know.
I admit I would like to see these paintings. I'm just giving Thomas a hard time. Zeke. Moving swiftly on. Number 4 is Sarah France, The Pleasure Seekers at Davidhilton Gallery in Houston. My last sort of, data point on Sarah France was a show. It was a booth that Davidhilton did, and it was his entire booth at the very first Houston Fine Arts Fair, which, if memory serves, I think was 5 years ago this fall. Her work has come a long way, and these are drawings that have gouache painting on them. She's taken buildings from sort of recognizable buildings from the city she's lived in, including LA and San Antonio, and inserted them into these sort of dreamy landscapes. Her pencil work is really good. This was a very, very good looking show, and it's definitely worth checking out.
So number 3 this week is Carolyn Sorter. She's at the Epitome Institute in San Antonio, which is always an interesting space. But she's a Dallas-based artist, and her work tends to have a kind of critical underpinning, a sort of intellectual framework that she hangs. Video and sculpture, sometimes text work is on top of that. And she, this is not instantly gettable, flashy stuff. This is rewarding a kind of a slower delve into what she is thinking about at the moment.
Number 2, this was just irresistible. We have really no idea. It's Jose Torres Tama, Aliens, Immigrants, and Other Evildoers. He's a performance artist. He's going to be at the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center in San Antonio. Most people in San Antonio are going to know the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, but if you've never been, it's very cool. Mm-hmm. But in any event, this is an Ecuadorian-born performance artist, and this is described as a sci-fi Latino noir one-man show that satirizes the status of immigrants as extraterrestrials and exposes the hypocrisies of a system that vilifies the same people whose labor it exploits. Number 1 this week is Luis Jimenez at Moody Gallery. I saw this show this week, and after he died, Betty Moody, the gallerist, I think just started hunting around in people's estates, people's collections for pieces that they might be willing to sell of Luis's, and she has put together just an incredible show, starting with work from the 60s. I had never seen some of this work. He always worked in fiberglass, but the technique got much more polished and sort of lowrider finish over the years. Mm-hmm. Those earlier pieces are a lot sort of cruder, very, sexually charged, edgy political work. It's really good stuff, and this guy is an icon of the Texas art scene, and rightly so. Okay, I have one other thing I have to say quickly. There were 2 shows this week. Neither the space nor the artist's website had images up, and they were in serious contention to be on the top 5 list. Space's artists have photos on the web.
Gee, are you going to name them?
No.
You're not. All right, that's it for this week, so go see some art.
Go see some art.